This is Daily Armenia, CivilNet's daily news digest. Here's what's making headlines in Armenia today. After much uncertainty, Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan participated in yesterday's meeting of the Eurasian Economic Union trade bloc via a video call, which erupted into a back and forth with Belarusian President Alexander Lukashenko. When Lukashenko stated that the next meeting in May would take place in his country, Pashinyan announced that Armenia's delegation would not be attending in person. Lukashenko replied by offering to provide transportation to Minsk and cautioned, "Maybe there won't be enough TV screens to broadcast your presence." "No problem," Pashinyan replied sarcastically. "I understand you might have issues with TVs." Pashinyan later shared a video of the exchange on Facebook, reiterating that Armenian delegations will participate remotely or will not participate at all in the Eurasian Economic Union sessions in Belarus. Relations between Armenia and Belarus, Russia's closest ally, frayed this spring when it was revealed that Belarus had supported Azerbaijan's plan to attack Nagorno-Karabakh and delivered advanced weapons to Baku between 2018 and 2022, despite the fact Belarus is a formal ally of Armenia through their membership in the Russian-led Collective Security Treaty Organization. Pashinyan had then demanded an apology from Lukashenko and said that neither he nor any other Armenian official would visit Belarus while the latter is in office. In other news from the Eurasian Union Forum, held yesterday in Russia, Iran was granted observer status in the economic bloc. That is a closer affiliation with the body that permits it to attend the body's sessions, but does not make it a full member like Armenia. The country had submitted its bid to join the EEU in October, mentioning that good political and economic relations between Tehran and Yerevan create major financial opportunities for Iran, as it sees Armenia as a gateway to Eurasian economic markets. Last month, Iran's ambassador to Armenia, Mehdi Sobhani, emphasized the importance of strengthening economic ties between the two countries. He proposed constructing a larger bridge over the Arax River at their shared border to facilitate trade, and called for the launch of scheduled flights connecting Armenia's southern Sunnik region with cities in northern Iran. The two nations have set an ambitious target of increasing trade turnover to $3 billion, up from the current $700 million. Iran joins Uzbekistan and Cuba as observers in the union. Armenian Public Television has scheduled the leader of the Armenian Church's annual New Year's message for 9:55 p.m. on December 31st, breaking long-standing tradition for it to take place just prior to midnight. A similar scheduling conflict last year resulted in Catholicos Karakin II's broadcast not airing. Echmiadzin, the seat of church leadership, wrote in protest yesterday, "We consider it necessary to note that no discussion took place between the Mother See of Holy Echmiadzin and the public TV regarding the broadcast of the message. The TV company continues to bypass the decades-old tradition of broadcasting the New Year's message of the Catholicos of all Armenians, ignoring the position of the Mother See and the demands and expectations of the faithful of the Armenian Church in the homeland and abroad." Echmiadzin says it does not consider the alternative timing for the speech to be appropriate, and it will broadcast the message at the traditional time via all methods available to it. The decision comes amid ongoing tensions between the Armenian Apostolic Church and the current government, stemming from Armenia's defeat in the 2020 Nagorno-Karabakh war. Shortly after the ceasefire, Catholicos Karakin called on Pashinyan to resign and threw his support behind forces trying to unseat him. This year, Archbishop Bagrat Galstanian led what he called a holy struggle against Pashinyan, also demanding his resignation during a mass rally in Republic Square in May. In return, ruling lawmakers proposed new taxes on the church and questioned its exemptions. In our last CivilNet podcast interview of the year, Eric Hakopian looks at what Armenia's trajectory is into the pivotal year ahead. He examines the economic, political, military, and foreign policy dynamics that will test the country's resilience, offering a roadmap of opportunities that could define Armenia's path. You can find a link to the video in the description. And finally, the CivilNet number of the day is 30. That's the number of years since Armenia has seen an opera production the size and scale of this weekend's staging of Giuseppe Verdi's Otello at the Yerevan Opera House, according to a report from Armen Press. The shows will be marked by huge sets and lavish costumes, which were brought from Italy for the performances. There's clearly high demand from opera fans, as tickets have already sold out for both Saturday and Sunday, with limited availability for the final show on Monday. And as always, please follow CivilNet for the latest news and independent reporting from our contributors on the ground here in Armenia.